And welcome everybody to beautiful Moab, Utah. Today we're going to hit fins and things, and yes, I know there are 100,000 videos on YouTube about fins and things, but after today there's going to be 100,001. But anyways, we're going to continue our Moab adventure trip, day 2 for us. Yesterday was Elephant Hill, which was absolutely awesome down in Canyonlands National Park. Today we're going to come back up here to Moab and we're going to start hitting some trails up here. So welcome to Fins and Things, Moab, Utah. So welcome back to the channel, guys, and of course Fins and Things here, a Jeep Badge of Honor trail. Nothing too entirely difficult. There's no hard obstacles. It's listed actually as a moderate trail on the Jeep Badge of Honor app. Very famous out here, as Fins and Things actually passes through 3 separate indigenous areas. So a lot of history going on here. Fins and Things offers basically everything that Moab is famous for. Amazing scenery, a lot of steep, slick rocks, some side hills, a ton of sand out here. Well, I mean, it is located in the Sand Flats Recreation Area, right? But also some amazing, beautiful views of the LaSalle Mountain range around here, which actually still has snow on it. So anyway, it's just a really fun trail, and let's get going.
I can smell some burnt rubber from that one. Good, that's how you know you did it right. That's right.
Rub out the bump it pedal. There's a difference.
That's right. It's the bump it pedal. It's not the skinny pedal. If it involves a skinny pedal, race fuel, or burnt tires, Robert said after this trip, we're just going to start. He said, tell the Light Bright Nation to move over. We're at Cooter Cat Nation is coming worldwide.
There you go.
Cooter Cat worldwide, worldwide.
Cooter Cat worldwide. I can see it coming now. But you know how that starts, right?
What do you mean how it starts?
You gotta have a YouTube channel to make it start.
I know, I was discussing it again last night.
There's her top.
And the
There's her
Instagram and the Facebook page and the Talk Tick or whatever it is y'all listen to now.
I'll have it on all of those and the local newspaper.
So just to say again, guys, Fins and Things is literally every aspect of what Moab, Utah is known for. This little section right here, super fun, tons of grip. I mean, it's literally like you're driving down this stuff just stuck on double-sided tape. It's just unbelievable, but nothing to it. We're just going to drop down a couple of steps here, and again, the views are absolutely astonishingly beautiful out here. Just highly recommend Moab, Utah, guys. Well, I mean, secretly, we're going to have to go back and pick up Denise later. We left her up there on the top of the hill. She said something about maybe she should get a Sasquatch Edition Bronco because that's what all the Jeep YouTube channels do.
First exit down is the second hardest, with the middle being the easiest, and last option, which is straight ahead, is the hardest. Okay.
So straight ahead. Alright, so we've made our way through a couple of obstacles on Fins and Things, and we've come to what really is essentially going to be our first major obstacle, okay? So there's 3 separate lines, okay? So what we have is we have the right line right here, we have the middle line, and then we have the left line. Now the middle line is the easiest, The right line is, well, a little more difficult because it is just so darn ridiculously steep going down it. But then we have the left line. So it's not hard necessarily, as in, oh my God, we got to be really careful what we're going to do. It's just technical because of where you're going to put your tires. Now, the one really cool thing about out here is they have all these white arrows painted down here on the ground, and it essentially is, well, you can see right there, it's essentially guiding you into the obstacle here, the path we need to take. Now, what we have to be really careful with, so it's hard, not really, but it's very technical, is you'll notice that this one is rolling off real hard to the passenger front tire. You see that big drop off down there? Well, we don't want our front passenger tire to roll too far off to that because we are going to be driving into the right, and well, it's a long ways back up there to the top. Okay, well, let's see what happens.
Are you doing this one?
Of course. All right, I already know what you're going to say because you're looking at it from this viewpoint. You're going to say, that's no big deal. Why don't you can just drive down that. It's flat. But no, it's not. You have to remember that when you're entering this, I actually cannot even see this downhill over the front of my Jeep until I'm fully crested over and committed. So I can't see the passenger side of my Jeep right here, and I cannot see that passenger tire that's going to be skating right down along that edge where that real big drop off is right there. And as you can see, well, we were already leaning to the right pretty good. So if the passenger front tire would have dropped off there, that's a guaranteed rollover. So the best thing to do here is trust your spotter, let him place you. We know we can't drive off to the right because the right rear passenger tire would catch the big drop off. That's the reason why we drove off to the left here, nice and level. So a real quick little rundown here on that XJ right there in front of us. That is my dearest friends, Robert and Michelle from Kentucky. They've come all the way out here. This essentially, guys, really is pretty much the initial hardest shakedown that thing has had right there since they built it. Essentially, they really built it in about 30 days. And I'm very, very proud of Robert. Definitely outside of his comfort zone here, wheeling that thing, not knowing, how it's going to react or anything. So as you see these obstacles that he's going up, you have to remember that is a challenge demanding on you when you've really never done it before. So I'm extremely proud of him, and I think he did a fantastic job.
Keeping it going. You're doing good.
Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go,
Yep.
So again, extremely proud of Robert. I mean, he drove right up to that thing and just tackled it like nobody's business.
I did just a little. I think I may have, fainted, hallucinated.
I'm holding a sandwich in my mouth. I'll be able to talk back.
Don't mind AJ over here. He's just taking this really hard obstacle while he's just chewing a sandwich. It's all good. Go a little driver for me. Right there. Yep. Just take it really slow. There's some steps. The bottom part is the worst. You're doing good. Turn a little passenger. Yep, perfect. All right, you're doing good. You're getting close to the bottom. it goes. Right there. Doing good, you're doing good. Take it slow because your back end's probably gonna hit. AJ, tell me how about you felt about that trail. Yeah. 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 It was perfect description. Yeah, that was perfect.
That concludes, I guess, essentially what we're going to say is the first section of Fins and Things. You will notice that the sign says that we need to continue on down the road for the north side, half a mile. However, we are going to turn in right here. There is a little bit of confusion between which app you look at, what information site, like Trails Off Road and stuff like that, as to where the actual trail is supposed to go from here. Now they're ultimately going to end up at the same place, right? One app shows this being the official Fins and Things entrance. One app shows going on down and entering down there. I don't know. Take your pick, whatever flavor you want to use. That's up to you. So we just turned in off of Fins and Things to the second section here, and we have arrived at our first obstacle, I guess technically speaking, and as our guide in front said, aka Providence, it looks sketchy as, well, I can't say that word on here, but so we had to go down here and take a look at it first just to make sure we can see what we really got going on here. Right down there in the very, very front there's a very, very steep downhill, kind of crazy angles and stuff like that. So we've arrived at essentially what is called Steep Hill. Not hard to figure out why. Really, it looks way worse than what it actually really is, though. What you got to keep in mind is right here, you're just essentially going to keep the tires in line with the black marks, okay? It's nothing too terribly difficult. It's just all about just taking it easy. There are a couple of blind spots right here where your tire's going to want to roll down to the left really hard. But anyway, it's nothing too terribly difficult. I found a wild cat. There's a cooter cat right there. So you may notice here only one rig at a time is on the obstacle. And well, that's because that's the rule for us. On something this steep, again, camera does not show it. Now you may notice how far Robert's rolling to the left front driver's tire there. But anyways, one rig at a time on something this steep. You never know what can go wrong. Any kind of failure, brake failure, transmission, you just never know what can possibly happen. And you want to have that clear line of fire, so to speak, all the way to the bottom. You don't want to have to worry about dodging somebody else's rig, potentially having to drive yourself off to the left or right, which would pretty much be a guaranteed rollover. You want to come down this? You want to go down that?
I'm not sure.
Is that one easier?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You want to be close to that rock?
So everybody say hello to Randy. Randy is all the way here from drop dead gorgeous British Columbia, driving the 4xe. That was a super cool Jeep. Really impressive how the technology in that thing works. Between the hybrid electric versus gas drive. It really was amazing. Tons of torque in that monster right there. But Randy had come down here on vacation, having a blast. He was by himself though, and you know, we never wheel alone, so we were more than happy that he was wheeling with us. He actually ended up wheeling up with us for several days, as a matter of fact. Randy would like to come back down to Texas here and wheel with us out here some, so we're looking really forward to that, getting to meet up with him again. But I am super jealous because I actually want to go up there and wheel in British Columbia.
Yep, take it slow. Coming down on passenger. Coming down on passenger rear. Golden.
When you're traveling around out here, I mean, you just got to kind of look out, and you'll find sometimes the most out of place things that just don't belong. We have literally come across, if you know the story of our daughter's Jeep Alley, it's called Sunshine, and she absolutely loves sunflowers. So right here, just out in the middle of nowhere out here, is a giant sunflower growing. But anyway, that's the only one that's out here. It's just one giant sunflower out here in the middle of nowhere. Huh. So guys, the Fins and Thing trail is about 10 miles long. You can figure on spending a good 3 to 4 hours out here without having to really rush necessarily to see things. If you really want to slow down and kind of take in everything that you want to see, figure about 5 hours maximum. Again, as you can see, everywhere you look, the scenery is just awesome. It was a great day. The trail is an absolute blast, and I would highly recommend you doing it. And just sit back and enjoy. And well guys, that is it for Fins and Things. We really appreciate y'all watching. Like I say, we know there's 100,000 videos on YouTube like that, but now there's 100,001. So we appreciate y'all coming along for the ride, and we will see you all on the next one. And we really appreciate it. Like I say again, we say that all the time, but we really do appreciate you guys a lot. If you're new to the channel, if you wouldn't mind, would you go ahead and hit that subscribe button down there in that little tiny corner down there? Only if you want to, but it really tries to help us figure out that crazy algorithm called YouTube. God dang, this freaking wild hair. I don't know. Wild hair shows. I guess it sells sometimes. What is up with this dew? The wind. Okay, one more time. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Goodness gracious, is this? Okay, no, that's it for real.